Okay, so I'm starting to do the Avry Mod on my 2003 Jetta GLS TDi, and it's been a mind-boggling trying to figure out this. This is a potentiometer. You can see it here all wired up, ready to go, and I'm going to try to explain how I did it for those of you out there. So this knob turns. Mine's a switched one, so if I turn all the way counterclockwise, it's switched, and as I turn it, you'll hear it. You can maybe hear it click on. Okay, so as it clicks on, that would be 1,000 or 1K, 1,000 ohms resistance, and then as I turn it down, it gets further and further down, down to 0 ohms basically. So the way it's hooked up, I'll just pull all these off, is I've got a jumper cable here and my two cables here that have about maybe 10 feet, 12 feet of wire onto them. And so these are going to go from the terminal on the car through the potentiometer and then back to the car. The jumper wire is used because my potentiometer is switched, so when able to use the switch on this, you have to have the jumper wire. If you don't have a switched one, you can just add a separate inline switch to it. So the way mine works is these three at the back here, 1, 2, 3. The middle one is connected to a pin, and if I had a better camera, you might be able to see inside as I spin it. See in this little tiny slot right here, when I spin it, you can see it flip over, maybe, right there. So that's indicating off and on. So this pin is off, that is the middle pin, and this one's on. So obviously I want to hook this up to the on switch. So what's going to happen is one wire from the car is going to come to this middle post, like that. And then, so the current will come through this wire to this middle post, across the switch from this side to this side, where this jumper wire will be connected. I just have to figure out which one I need here. Where this jumper wire will be connected. And then this now goes to the middle post on the actual potentiometer, which is right here. If you can see that middle post. I'm going to end up soldering these in. I just made this to test it to make sure I'm hooking it up the right way. And then the other wire that goes to the other wire, the other wire on your wiring harness in your car goes on the far side of this. So there you have it. A little bit of a mess. Again, I'm going to solder these on so I know I have a good connection. And I'm going to show with another camera the voltage or the ohms that are produced when. So I've got a cheap multimeter. I think I got it at Princess Auto, and I think I paid about $4.99 for it. But it works. It seems to work. So I've taken the two ends of those wires that are going to be connected to the car and just attach them on here. I'll hang on to them just so that they're good and attached. And then you want to turn your meter to the ohm section. The ohm symbol looks like that little upside down horseshoe, and you're going to turn it to 2,000 ohms. So right now it says I, which is infinity, which means the potentiometer is off right now. So I don't know if I have enough hands to do this, but as you can see, you might hear the click. So now it's on. So it's a little bit over 1,000, which is understandable. They're not exact. So 1,000, and so that's just on at 1,000, and now I'm going to spin it clockwise, and you should see the number drop slowly. So as it goes down and down, and it should, there, that's all the way off, all the way clockwise right now. So it's still reading 1 ohm, I guess. So it's not, I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's still reading a little bit, meaning that there's a little bit of resistance going through. And if I spin it all the way back up quickly, you'll see it jump right back up to 1080. So there you go. And if I switch it off, it goes off. So it's connecting, when it's off, it's connecting this post and this post together. And when I just turn it on, you can see a little lever flip in the back. So now it's connecting this post and this post together. So now I need to connect this post to the center swipe or throw arm of the potentiometer. And that's what the jumper's for. So I'll stick that back on. So and again, that goes to the middle post on the front. And then the other wire that goes back to the car is the opposite side of the switch. So the same side as the switch. So if I'm turning this counterclockwise and the switch clicks off, I want to put it on this side. If I put it on the other side, as soon as I turn it on, it will be at 0 ohms, which will probably make my car stall, and then it will go up from 0 to 1,000 ohms this way. If I put it on this side, when I first click it on, it'll be at 1,000 ohms, or 1K, and then as I turn it this way, it'll turn it down, or more resistance. Hope that makes sense. And I'll try to edit this so it makes sense.